Suppliers of concrete, block and aggregate. Kilsaran.ie.
Well, we were talking a lot this morning about how much TDs and senators earn. I don't wish for you to spit out your cornflakes now, but some people feel, and this will shock absolutely nobody, some people feel that TDs are out of touch and they don't understand what it's like to live when you have high gas and electricity prices. I'm joined on the line now by David Liston, who's a campaigner with One Big Switch, senior campaigner. David, good morning to you.
Good morning, Shane. How are you?
I'm in shock here. I cannot believe that a politician on €100,000 a year, for example, doesn't understand what it's like to be an ordinary person trying to pay bills.
It's a funny one. It's a funny one.
Absolutely.
Mate, we've found with our survey that 50% of the population consider their TDs to have little or no understanding of the price of energy, the impact the price of energy has on their bills.
So their TDs may be getting the bills, but the ordinary Irish people feel the TDs won't even understand what it's like to have to pay their electricity bills.
I know, and it's bizarre. I mean, in our survey, the Big Energy Switch, we found that 40% considered the cost of living to have a very significant effect on their recent vote. So it comes as, it's actually a surprise that these TDs have very little understanding of what's actually going on out there.
What was the figures on that? How many thought the TDs did understand?
Did understand? It was only 20% said that people had, they had some understanding.
Which is very low indeed. Yeah. And obviously then people are feeling very exercised at the moment about how much gas and electricity is costing them.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing at the moment is we're running another Big Energy Switch campaign, which is essentially a people power campaign. We're trying to bring down the cost of energy in Ireland by improving the levels of competition. So, there's much demand out there. We've already got over 4,000 people have joined the campaign to demand a better price on their electricity and gas bills.
But I thought anyway that energy prices had come down, that the I always call it the ESB, but the electricity prices generally have come down, no? Yeah,
no, it's interesting actually, Shane, no, you say it. There was an article today that came out that said that wholesale electricity prices have dropped by about 41% since this time last year. But what's funny is that's the wholesale cost, whereas the retail cost, so what you and I pay for our electricity bills, has only come down by about 2.5% in that period. So what the energy retailers are paying for their electricity has come down drastically. What we're paying is, hasn't changed a hell of a lot.
So they've nice big profits and we're not seeing the benefit?
We're not seeing the benefit yet. I mean, they talk about, it takes a while for these drops to be passed on to consumers and, it takes time for this sort of stuff to happen. I mean, we can sit around and wait for this kind of stuff to happen, or we can go out and, try to get a better deal ourselves now, which to be fair to the retailers and to TDs is possible, but consumers aren't doing enough. They need to get out there and find themselves a better deal.
Okay.
By joining campaigns like One Big Switch or by, shopping around themselves, there are better deals out there for them.
Well, we've had the Rising weekend this weekend. Maybe people will feel slightly more uplifted and energised because sometimes the Irish are seen to have a little bit of apathy when it comes to doing anything. Can I ask you to remind us of how One Big Switch works again?
Okay, so what we do is we essentially run these campaigns, and at the heart of the campaign is this idea that we want to boost competition in a particular market, and this time electricity. So what we do is we use the power of people to negotiate group discounted offers from retailers. So what we'll do is we're looking for 20,000 people to join onebigswitch.ie. We'll go to the retailers and we'll say, listen, we've got 20,000 people that want a better deal on their electricity and gas bills. What's the best offer you can come up with? And so, the retailers, they'll come back to us. Some will want to deal with us, some won't want to deal with us. They'll give us an offer. Once we have an offer, we'll email those members that have joined our campaign and we'll say, listen, this is a group discounted offer. You've used people power to unlock this offer, and, you can choose to take it up now.
Right, because a big energy company isn't going to say no to 20,000 customers all in one go.
I mean, no, they see the advantage in it. So, they get a lot of custom. If they give us a good offer, we give that to our members. They get a lot of custom. It's a win for them, just as much as a savings a win for a consumer.
Okay, very good. Can I ask you finally, there's another survey, it's in some of the newspapers today, I think it's from yourselves, that more than 3 out of every 5 households are suffering from fuel poverty. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's out from us today as well, Shane. I mean, it goes back to what we were saying about how big your issue energy bills are to Irish consumers. We found that 3 in 5 households suffer from what's called fuel poverty. This is an actual definition in the energy market that's made out of the idea that people are spending more than 10% of their household income on their energy bills. So if you're spending more than 10% of what's coming in your door on energy bills, then you're considered fuel poor, which is, and for more than half, 3 in 5, to be considered fuel poor is a massive issue.
It's very depressing for this country. Anyway, listen, we'll leave it there, David. Thank you. Good luck with that. onebigswitch.ie for all the details. But as David said, even just shopping around yourself, you could maybe save money. David Liston is a senior campaigner there with One Big Switch. Thank you, David. What I always think is just fascinating about this, you talk about oil prices, for example. We wait months and months and months for the oil prices to come